Hello, my beautiful thinking people. It's Clyde Phillips, your host at Avocation X, and I have a story for you. Kind of. You could say it's part 2. You could say it's part 1.5. You could say it's whatever you want to say. But I want to give you this information because I think it's pretty important. Do you remember I spoke about that little country that should, could, can, will, didn't? So I want to speak a little bit about that little country. But before I do, hit the like button, subscribe, become a member, share these videos. We need to beat that algorithm. So without further ado, let's get into Ibrahim Traore. I think I got it this time. So when I go visit there, hopefully he's not going to be angry with me. So let me get into who this gentleman is. We know from the last video that he is a captain. A military captain with a lot of respect given him of his peers and of some world leaders as well. Why? Because he's a man of principle, he's honest, and in his heart, he holds his people in high esteem. He wants to do for them what others would never. And he is sacrificing himself on the chopping block of nations all around him, because they want him to reinstate the Western puppet who was ruling his country. Along with other countries down there, they like the same thing from them too. So Ibrahim Traore is now the president of Burkina Faso. And how he got there was through a military coup. I don't believe anybody was killed. So let's not listen to the garbage that you're hearing from mainstream media, okay? It was a pretty silent coup. The president at the time, Bazoum, was taken into custody by his own personal guard. If his own personal guard took him into custody, wouldn't that help you to understand that there could be something amiss with this guy? I believe there probably is. So he's in custody. House arrest. They didn't even put him in jail because out of respect for him being the former president. But he is in house arrest. So Ibrahim takes over leadership of the country. Has the blessing of the people. Huge parades of celebration when they find out that the puppet has been removed from office and that there is somebody with integrity who's at the helm. They adore Ibrahim. He goes and talks to the people. He meets the people out in the extreme areas of the country. He goes to visit with the farmers and let them know what his plans really are and how he's going to implement them. And they start seeing what's going on around them and realizing this is a man of his word. He's been building roads and bridges and everything to bring his infrastructure back up to snuff where the others let it crumble. He brought the trains back in service that can now transport people from area to area, giving them better mobility. Huge celebrations were going on when he got those back on track. Folks, they tried to kill him. Not once, not twice, many times. They're trying their best to kill him. They've got coup after coup after coup going after him. And when they go and do investigations, these guys spill the beans and let them know that these Western entities are bribing people, buying people in the attempt to get rid of Ibrahim. Why? Because he's not selfish. Because he's trying to work for the people. Oh, don't you wish your politicians were like that? Don't you wish they weren't selfish? They weren't worried about their own paycheck, but they were worried about making sure you had one too? Yeah. Name me your good politician who's there and has your back. Name me your politician that works for you and doesn't follow the dictates of... I got to be careful because a lot of things I want to call them I can't. So I'll just leave it at that. You know where I'm going and what I'm talking about. We need change Around the world, we need change. The bully is not supposed to be the one who's running things. Do you remember what they told us? Some of you are too young. Back in school, they used to tell us, if you all gather together and stand up to the bully will back down. And guess what? Right now, more than half the population of the world is now standing up to the bully. Just over half the population. The last country who's going to put them over the 50% mark, actually, I'm not even going to say the name of them. I'll just tell you that they are definitely on the continent of Afrika, and they have a large population, which is going to put them over the hump. So all the other countries that are gathering together to stand up to the bully are now equaling just under half, and they will be over half once this one country gets approved. Things are about to change, people. And if you don't see the change coming, you're going to get caught up in it, okay? This guy, Ibrahim, everything he is doing is for his people. He's a captain in the forces, and he gets a captain's salary. When everybody said, yeah, but you should be getting the presidential salary as well, he said, no, thank you. All I want is my captain's salary. Everything I'm doing for my people. I pledge my life to my people. I will do for my people. Do you have another leader that you know of that you're going to tell me is like that? Can you name me one in the comments? Tell me, who do you know that is a selfless leader who says, I will not take the pay due to me because I want to do more for my people? Ask yourself a question. How is it that somebody could rule a country for years and nothing gets done? Somebody takes over and in 1 year, multiple major projects, airports, everything are being built. Where did money come from? Oh, right. It didn't have to come from anywhere. It just didn't have to disappear. If it doesn't disappear without a trace, you can use it to build an airport. You can use it to get the trains back on the track. You can use it to build up areas and start agriculture on a large scale. How about when somebody comes into your office and says, listen, I have this land and I want to cultivate it and I want to grow this crop. I've learned this about it and this is what I'm going to do with it and how I'm going to make it happen. And you look at this government official and instead of them saying, yeah, sure, just take those forms over there, fill them out, leave them with us and we'll get back to you. They go, wait a minute, we have a program for you. It's going to cultivate, help you get the good seeds to plant. It's going to show you how to irrigate. It's going to show... Don't you wish you had a country like that? And just because you don't wish bad on these people because they're actually getting it. You should be cheering them on in the hopes that that will become contagious and it'll come to your country. That's what I'm doing. I'm cheering them on. Burkina Faso is going to be a leader in the world, showing the way. That's a true leader. You can say, oh, but this country's a leader because they have more money. No, that's not a leader. They have more money. A leader shows others the way. Not with corruption and murder and coercion. Lead by example. Good example, wholesome examples, selfless examples. That's Ibrahim Traore. One of the first things that Ibrahim implemented was this. No raw materials are leaving this country. None. Nobody gets them. He severed all contracts with all countries, US, Russia, UK, France, all the companies. Contracts severed. No more minerals leave this country. Oh, you think he was flexing his muscle? No. What he was doing is recognizing one simple thing. If you come into my country and you take minerals worth $2 million, and you give me $200 for them, and you go off and you sell them for $800,000. Are you kidding me? Get out of my country. Get out, and get out now. That's what I would tell them too. When you come back to me, and I don't care who it is, any country, none of you are barred, but you come to me, you make me a viable offer that helps my people, and we'll do business. That's honorable, folks. Nobody gets preferential treatment. Come in and bid for the job. And if nobody has a good enough bid, well, then you can all go to HE double toothpicks. They can just get the intelligence, get the skills, and slowly build up their own. Oh, did I forget to mention that he's already building a gold refinery, which is going to be up and running very quick? Did I forget to mention that by this refinery, all gold must pass? Did I forget to mention that he's going to be producing their own jewelry through the same building? Because he's a young man. He's the youngest president in the world. He is doing for the people what many in the past should have done. Folks, I hope you're cheering for this guy. Look him up. Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. See what he's been doing. See what he's done. See where they're going. What I want to touch on as well in the next video will be some of the other criteria that aren't yet being met in Burkina Faso and with Ibrahim Traore. We're not talking about what he's doing. We're going to be talking about others connected. So until then, I want you to remember, we never give up and we never give in, but we keep an open mind because knowledge is our power, the only power we will ever possess in the world that we live in. So never give up your power. Do your own research. Also, I want you to stay safe, stay healthy, stay as happy as humanly possible. And remember, I love you all. Until next time, bye for now.